birds just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is JImmiPynk. What is wrong, Usher? Are you going through some kind of psychological change in your life? So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you guys that are not familiar, by the time you guys get this, it will be day 13 of the Hunt for Pynk October. If you're new to this channel, what the Hunt for Pynk October is I do a video every day of October wearing pink to raise money for breast cancer awareness and research. There's a link down below, which is a GoFundMe that you can donate. The goal is only $200. The funds do go directly to Susan G. Komen for the cure of Northeast Ohio. I don't even touch it. But we're about 20% to the goal. So if you have $1, $2, $5, $20, please help that out. But getting into the reason I'm doing this review. So I know y'all want to get into shit, but I feel like in case somebody is new, I got to explain this. I have a full schedule that I have set up for October. Sometimes that schedule has to get changed. I was going to do Titans today. And then this Usher album came out. And I said, okay. Usher Raymond got a new album out. I genuinely like Usher, despite the fact that, you know, this year was the joke of the Let It Burn. Because we already got that hurt. But I digress. This is a joint album with Usher and Zaytoven. Now, I have to be perfectly honest with you guys. I am the same age as Usher. I don't even know who the fuck Zaytoven is. I've heard the name before, just listening to like Spectrum Pulse and Dead End Hip Hop and Rap Critic. So I know that he's like primarily a trap producer. And what I will say from this album, that's only 8 songs. And the songs are short at that. So this album didn't take me very long to get through. I didn't really see anything wrong with the production. Yes, it is trap production, but I do think it had enough finesse and enough different things into it that was perfect to bring it more into an R&B. I do have a couple songs that I was like, no, that's just straight up way too goddamn hip-hop, and we'll go over those songs. What I will tell you is I did not listen to the songs in order. Then when I found out the orders of the song, I'm glad I didn't listen to it in order, because if I would have listened to this album in order, we'd have been done by about track 3, and I'd have been like, fuck this, find something else to review. I guess we doing Titans. Change your outfit, go put your superhero shit on. But the first thing I want to talk about is the album cover. For those of y'all who do not know, do y'all know that my degree is in graphic design? Now I know sometimes my graphics are not 100% up to par, because when you're doing everything yourself and it's not a plant video like a Todd in the Shadows or a Lindsay Ellis or a Rap Critic, where you know what you're going to review and you have time to do the graphic, sometimes I don't. So sometimes it is a little rushed, but primarily my graphics tend to be on point. So when I see album covers from major artists that look like SoundCloud artists, we got a motherfucking problem. This album cover is fucking trash. This is not what I expect for, at this point, one of the journeymen of the music entertainment industry. Why does your album cover look like this? This isn't cute. I didn't understand when Pablo did it. I ain't gonna say that fuckface's name. I didn't understand it when Jay-Z did it with 444. I do not understand these stripped down album covers, and I guess it's because people aren't keeping the album, but there is no excuse. There is no excuse. But the first song that I listened to was called You Decide. I'm glad that's the first song that I listened to, because I think as far as what Usher was trying to go for, as far as trying to blend like the Usher we know with a more updated sound, I thought this one was pretty decent. It's not anything that I would download and say I'm going to listen to again, but if it came on the radio, I wouldn't change the channel. Does that make any sense? But I thought that song was a good mix. It's a cute little bop. You know, I thought it was a good, you know, okay, yeah, you kind of got like the trap soul Bryson Tiller thing kind of going, but it's still Usher singing. And, you know, it was okay. Then the next song that I heard, which apparently is the first song of the album, called Stay at Home. My note literally says, okay, Usher, this trap shit ain't cute. I have this problem with Usher. I have this problem with Beyonce. Y'all can sing. To me, that trap singing, trap rap bullshit where you staccato on notes and shit like that are for people that aren't that great of singers. Or for people who have always straddled that lane of kind of being between hip-hop and R&B. Neither one of you have ever been that. Stop doing that shit. And then Future is on this. And at first I was like, Future, your verse don't even make sense with what Usher is saying. And it didn't till it got to about bar 5 or 6 out of 8. But then I started paying attention to what this song was saying. You got a ring, stay your ass at home. I'm sorry, if she has a ring, you need to have a little bit more trust in her. How about that shit? So immediately, I'm turned off from this song. Turned off. I'm like, you got a ring, stay at home. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? And the interesting thing about that is again, this is the first song on the album, and then I listen to the rest of the album. I'm like, oh, nigga, bye. Nigga, bye. Bye, Usher. But I didn't like the message of that song at all. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to go on a tangent for a hot second. When you are in a relationship with somebody, first of all, if that person is all of a sudden on the go, that's a lie. You probably met her. She probably was already that type of person that was out in the streets and the bars and shit like to have fun with her friends. She probably was already that type of woman. A, you can't change a hoe to a housewife. If she was a hoe, I'm not saying that. I'm doing a whole blanket statement here. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't fall in love with somebody, get engaged to them, and then think you're going to change that fucking person. And finally, as a woman who tends to be active, when you get with a guy and you become in a relationship, your desire to go is going to dwindle down if he doing what he's supposed to fucking do. Don't necessarily think that every woman that likes to go out and party is going out to party to look for dick, because that's not the fucking case. And for me, it was never the case. Dick come a dime a dozen. I ain't got to go spend my money and go to the bar to go find some. I go to the bar to have a good time, not to get dick. Not saying that's everybody, but I'm just saying the concept of you got a ring, now stay your ass at home. Nigga, do you know this is 2018? And also, Usher, as a reminder, you've dated women that are older than you, married a woman that was older than you, whose club time had probably already passed because they were like 9 and 10 years older than you. So you can't now think a new girl is going to do that same shit. I know I read real deep into that song, but that shit bothered me. And then when I realized that was the first song on the album, oh nigga, where is we going with this? Like I said, had I listened to the songs in order, I wouldn't have got past track 3. Moving on to Say What You Want. Now when Say What You Want came on, I was like, okay, Usher's in the pocket. This is what we need. It was... And then he started doing that trap rap singing shit. But he didn't do it for long. He only did it for like a little bit. And then he would go back into singing. To me, this is the best song on the album. I just wish that he would have just sang throughout and there was never those spots of, I'm going to do this, because I'm kind of rapping, but I'm kind of singing. I wish he would have did none of that and just sang through the whole thing. The hook is phenomenal. I thought the production on this was good, especially for an R&B song. Usher is blessing us with the falsetto on this song because, let's face it, Everybody ain't good at a falsetto, but Usher is. So I really think that was a good mix of the old and the new. But just... the beat alone made it sound more modern. You don't have to try to do what these kids is doing. Okay, moving on to yeah, wait, yeah. Let me let that leave that part out. Cause you talking about some say what you want, but don't say that we broke up and we need a break and this and this and this. Oh, nigga, cause you told her to stay her ass home. I listened to the rest of this goddamn album. I see why her ass want to leave your ass alone. Moving on. Now, I want you to understand. How many songs we go through? 1, 2, 3. The 4th song I heard, She Ain't Tell You. Ooh, boy. Now, like I said, I didn't have super. The first 3 were not as bad as the rest of them are. But She Ain't Tell You, I was like, this content is trash. I'm sorry. She ain't tell you she let me push the Rari and she let me smash her girls, and she ain't tell you I paid for her plastic surgery, and she ain't tell you. But I wrote some of this to the material girls turn me on, and then you can't be mad if they playing the fuck out of you and they out in the club every goddamn week. That's what you're looking for. Paid her mama's house off. Okay. She ain't tell you all this and this and this and this. Well, it sound like you was a motherfucking lollipop and you got motherfucking sucked. Licked. Well, sucked and licked. She sucked you and then she licked you. You can't be mad. This sound like some Black China Raw Kardashian shit. You can't be mad. I'm listening to what you saying in the song. You a sucker and you got licked. And it's basically a well, yeah, let's call it trap-ash. A trap, trash, rap disguised as a goddamn song that you singing. I'm not buying it. This was fucking horrible. Moving on to ATA. Now, mind you, these are the first 4 songs I listened to. Now we get into these other 4. I said, okay, well, let me go into the other 4 because these first 4 that was listed first, they must have had the most views or whatever. So let's listen to the rest. ATA, la 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 lay 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 la la lay lay, whatever the fuck he was saying on that. Talking about giving head that'll put you through college. Usher, you are 40 fucking years old. Now, I have a theory about this. I got a theory. Because I just mentioned Usher has been in 2 long-term relationships with older women. I equate that with, and some of y'all know these people, but keep in mind, I am the same age as Usher. I am 40. Apparently, I'm older because his birthday is in a couple days. Actually, I'm a little older than Usher, but we're the same age. Have you ever seen the girl who had a baby real early? Like, she might have had a baby at like 15. So by the time her child was old enough to like watch herself and her child was like 15, she just went buck wild, and you be like, she is in the bar every goddamn weekend. She always out and about. You don't never hear her. Sorry about that. Apparently I had never been deleting all of my files and my video kept getting full. So back to ATA. What I was saying was, okay, so you know this girl who gets pregnant, has a baby at like 14, 15 years old, and as soon as her kids is 14 and 15 years old, or her oldest, because usually they've had a couple, they just go buck wild, and you like, okay, you like 30 years old, 35 years old, 38 years old, acting like you 20. Usher, is this you, baby? Like, I feel like you went backward. Like, Confessions, and you was young, Confessions, come on. We grew up with Usher. At least I did. That was such a heartfelt, mature album for you to now be about to be 40 and come with some shit like this. Now, far be it from me to say, the world is very different now. Hi, I'm on YouTube motherfucking cosplaying. So, 40 is not the same thing 40 was 20 years ago. 40 is still young now. 40 is still lively. 40 is what's popping. However, mentally, you are not still supposed to be a child. So, this ATA song you talking about some, this is the Atlanta anthem. No, motherfucker. It clearly is not. You were on the Atlanta anthem. It's called fucking Yeah. Peace up. A-Town down. You were on the Atlanta anthem. This ain't the next one, sis. No, ma'am. Sorry, Usher. The next song I heard was called Peace Sign. And as soon as this came on, like I said that before. As soon as this one came on, I was like, this is way too hip-hop of a beat. Not saying that it can't be done, but to me it was nothing done to it that softened it. It definitely sounded like they were about to rap. And then you talking about this girl, and the one line that I heard him say, it was like, he be putting it down and do this and this, and that's why she stay in her place. Usher. Usher. Not one time in your career, not one album, not one song that I've ever heard that I've ever felt like Usher displayed toxic masculinity. I never saw him display misogyny. That's the word I was looking for. And in this album alone, I'm like, well, wait a minute. And again, is that because you've always been, your mama was your manager, then you was with Chili and she was older, then your wife was older. Like, are you going through some kind of psychological change in your life? Like, what is Usher? What is this? I mean, you've done sexual songs, but sexual songs from Usher, even if it was Love in the Club, it still seemed very focused, very sensual, like not disrespectful, like we both grown, we can do this, I'm into you. But this shit, stay in your place, stay your ass at home. I bet she ain't tell you I paid for her body to get snatched. Like, where is all of this coming from? And because Usher has always been somebody that wrote songs that seem to come from a more personal place. What is this? No, explain this to me. What is this? Because some of y'all, before I even get to that, these last two, motherfucker. These last two was really the motherfucker stretch for you. These last two was really the stretch. Birthday. First of all, you completely dropped the ball by having Future and whoever the hell, what's his name? Gunna is. And you had a song called Birthday and didn't go get 2 Chainz. But I digress. But this birthday song. Y'all, I literally, this is my note for this. No. What is this? I have no need to listen any further than After Birthday Dick. Usher actually said, you gonna get this birthday dick. Usher said this. At 40 years old. You know, when Jeremiah did Birthday Sex, he had to be in his early to mid 20s, 25, 26 at the oldest. You 40 going around singing a song like, go ahead, shake that ass for your birthday and come get this birthday dick. At 40? Yeah, you can say that in a personal conversation. Because trust me, I've heard that conversation before. But it's not something you put in the song, Usher. Come on. And then finally, gift shop. I treat the Gucci store like it's a gift shop. Usher, baby, you 40. I'm going to equate this with somebody else when you try too hard. I don't remember if I did a review on this, but do you remember, Bitch, I'm Madonna? We go harder, we go home. And it was all dubstep because that was during like the dubstep craze. And she was talking about we go harder, we go home, we get freaky if you want, bitch, I'm Madonna. Only person that can say that. But she was 50 something. You as young as what you feel. No doubt. No doubt. But as an artist, you have to know when it's reading like you're trying too hard. Yes, you can update your style. You can update your music. You can pick up other influences. You can use up and coming producers. I'm not mad at Zaytoven's production on any song. I'm not mad at his production. I'm not going to say he the next Pharrell. He ain't the next Timbaland. Hell, he ain't even the next Bangladesh. Some of y'all don't even know who that is. I won't even give him he the next Mike Will Made It. Mostly because Mike Will Made It was trash and I never understood because all his beats really did sound the same. But I'm not mad at Zaytoven's production. It's not my cup of tea. But it's not trash. You know what I'm saying? I don't discount it, and I'm sure working with some other artists and some other beats, and he's going to get better because he's good now. Just because I'm not huge on trap beats, I almost want to say, and I'm not 100% sure, I should have looked it up before I did the video, I almost want to say it almost sounds like if he's the person that did Mask Off, I would believe it. Mask Off by Future, if he was the one that did Mask Off, I would believe it. Because it is trap music, but it has some more musicality to it than just, you know, hi-hats and bass. Usher, at this point in your career, you damn near legendary. Damn near. Damn near. But this wasn't the album for you to come out with at 40 years old. We needed to see that you could still do this, still be relevant, but still give us Usher, not Usher trying to be Bryson Tiller. Not Usher trying to be Post Malone. And it can't be for record sales. It can't be for record sales. This can't be what you did it for, because the people that are young enough that's going to enjoy this album, you old school to them. And your newer crowd, they can't get jiggy with this. I mean, your old crowd, we can't get jiggy with this shit. We grew up with you. We're not listening to this type of music. We're your age. We grew up with you. We saw you from the beginning before you dropped the Raymond and you came out as Usher Raymond. Nice and slow. They call me U-S-H-E-R-R-A-Y-M-O-N-D. Now, baby, tell me what you're going to do with me. Come on. Come on. We grew up with you. Confessions Part 1. Confessions Part 2. It's accusations with you about the herp, and we still out here trying to support your album. But this shit, this went in the motherfucking direction. And psychologically, you have to be in a place where, because you was always in that music industry and you was always in a long-term relationship with older women, that this is that same thing like the girl that has a baby at 15 years old. You didn't have a childhood, so now you being a goddamn child at 40 years old. And if that's not what's happening, that's what your music sound like. So if that's not what's happening, that's even worse, because this is just a motherfucking ploy to try to be fucking relevant. And that's even worse. So I say that to say this. Don't look for this album to do that great. Maybe if you do a video to which song, I don't know, because the song, personally the best song on the album is a ballad, and clearly that's not the vibe you're going for by doing a whole trap soul album. So I don't know, you guys let me know if y'all listened to it, if y'all thought what y'all thought about it. Let's kiki, you know, I like to talk down in the comments. But while you down there, don't forget this is the Hunt for Pynk October, and the reason why you're getting this video is because 31 days of videos in pink for breast cancer awareness. I am raising money All proceeds go directly to Susan G. Komen for the cure, and that link is down below. And again, we are only 20% to the goal. The goal is only $200. So if you got a buck, $2, 75 cents, hook up Susan G. Komen. Thank you so much for watching. I also have Patreon and PayPal. You can join that. I'm cool if you do. You know, that starts at $1 a month. But my proceeds for October will also go to Susan G. Komen for the cure in Northeast Ohio. But, you know, November, December, January, February, March, April on forward, if you would like to support my channel, you can do that as well. So thank you so much for watching, and keep it greasy. Deuces.
Hey yo, I dog these niggas like girl's best friend, right? Ran 10-10, right? Haunted by my past, same shit, different mask like Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? But I spotted you out like Spud McKenzie. Figured out the game like the Bloodhound game. I thought you was my friend, you broke my heart again. Well, the game done switched. If you a dog, I'm a bitch.